The dam's name was a source of controversy. When surveyors first planned to build a dam, they chose Boulder Canyon, and the project was called the Boulder Canyon Dam. Later, Black Canyon was found to be a better location, but people still called it the Boulder Dam. In 1930, during a ceremony, the U.S. Secretary of the Interior announced the dam would be named after President Herbert Hoover. However, after Hoover left office in 1933 and was blamed for the Great Depression, the name was changed back to Boulder Dam. For years, both names were used depending on people's political views. Finally, in 1947, President Harry Truman officially named it Hoover Dam, which is what we call it today. An entire city was created for people working on the dam. In the early 1930s, Boulder City, Nevada, was built to provide homes for the 5,000 workers building the Hoover Dam. Before the city existed, many unemployed men and their families, hoping to find work during the Great Depression, lived in poor conditions near the dam site. Boulder City was on federal land and didn't have elected leaders. Instead, it was run by a government employee who could remove people if needed. The city had strict rules. Alcohol and gambling were not allowed. The Boulder Dam Hotel was built to welcome important visitors, including celebrities like Betty Davis and even the future Pope Pius XII. In 1960, nearly 30 years later, the government handed control of the city to its residents. It once was the Earth's tallest dam. When Hoover Dam was built in the 1930s, it stood 726.4 feet tall, making it the tallest dam in the world at the time. Today, it's the second tallest in the U.S., with the 770-foot Oroville Dam in California taking the top spot since 1968. The world's tallest dam is now China's Jinping Dam, which stands 1,001 feet tall and became operational in 2013. Hoover Dam's power plant was the largest in the world from 1939 to 1949, with a capacity of 2,080 megawatts MW. It still generates around 4 billion kilowatt-hours kWh of electricity every year, powering homes and businesses in Nevada, Arizona, and California. But the world's largest hydroelectric dam today is China's Three Gorges Dam, with a massive 22,500 megawatts capacity. It broke the global record in 2014, producing 98.8 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity. In the U.S., the biggest hydropower producer is the Grand Coulee Dam in Washington state, which generates about 21 billion kilowatt-hours each year. During World War II, the dam was the target of a German bomb plot. In November 1939, during World War II, U.S. officials discovered a plot by German agents to bomb Hoover Dam. The plan was to place bombs at the intake towers, which would cut off the power supply to Southern California's aviation factories. To stop this, boats were banned from the Black Canyon, and stricter security rules were introduced for dam workers and visitors. After the Pearl Harbor attack in 1941, the dam was closed to visitors for the rest of the war. While the dam had its own police force, the Army also helped guard it. Officials even considered using smoke screens or building a fake dam to protect it from an air attack, but these ideas were never used. The dam reopened to the public in September 1945, after the war ended. America's second highest bridge now reroutes traffic from the top of the dam. Since the 1930s, U.S. Route 93 ran across the top of Hoover Dam. Over time, the road became dangerous and crowded. To solve this, construction on a new bridge started in 2005 and finished in 2010. The Mike O'Callaghan-Pat Tillman Memorial Bridge is 1,905 feet long and nearly 900 feet high above the Colorado River. It's the longest single-span concrete arch bridge in the Western Hemisphere and the second highest bridge in the U.S. The bridge cost $114 million and is named after Mike O'Callaghan, a former Nevada governor and war veteran, and Pat Tillman, a football player who left the NFL to join the Army and died in Afghanistan in 2004. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If so, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to click on the bell icon so you never miss any updates.